Okay, we're gonna start right from a short offense position. Coach is gonna be in like a 4-point stance, right? Whether his knees are on the mat or not doesn't fully matter. So let's say coach is down, he's got hands and knees on the mat, okay? Maybe this was off his shot, off of my snap down, you know, a couple of those options. But I'm starting to spin right away, okay? I maybe tried my arm behind and this guy's too fast for it, or my pressure doesn't feel right. We don't always have to go there, okay? What we can do is you're circling, you get this angle and your hand can get to his chin and your forearm starts coming over this guy's neck. Your other hand is gonna start wrapping around this guy's hamstring knee area, okay? So we start getting to this angle, right? I want weight on his hands still, okay? So I gotta be careful which way I lean. But this guy makes a mistake of turning his body open into me, right? From here, I'm gonna slap my cradle arm. The tighter I can get my lock, the better. So you can go butterfly lock, you can go cradle lock, right? Or we sometimes call this an S grip or a cradle grip, okay? We've got butterfly lock. Some people grab their wrist on a cradle if they're starting to lose the butterfly, okay? So we'll go with butterfly lock from here. We're gonna drive him down to his shoulder, then his hip. Okay, and now what I'm thinking about is his top knee coming out. So I want to hook him up so that my chest is on his knee and his knee is starting to come out of his body over there. If he starts fighting down into me, you see how his knee is fighting down? That's no good. I want his knee coming out. My feet are wide, my forehead is in the mat. Not my ear, my forehead. And I'm getting that pin there. Okay, so I started circling. My hand went to the hamstring. My arm went to the chin. And my forearm is on his neck, head area, driving his head down. Okay, from here, we can drive him to his shoulder, hip, cinch him up tight, lock up this cradle. Okay, we're locking up this cradle here. I want this knee coming to the outside of his shoulder. So I'm gonna hook him up and my chest is driving that knee there. If we rotate, sorry coach, right? We can drive that knee to the outside of his body and now we're chest on chest or slightly past his chest. Forehead coming to the mat, getting our pin. Okay, so that's our head, hamstring, spin behind to our cradle. Other guys can just quickly, you can shoot to this if we're up top. And maybe I've got chin in my standing front headlock. I can hit a sweep, pull his head down, get to my lock, and start to get to that cradle there. All right, so let's talk about some common mistakes from what we just went over. First thing is, maybe I don't have enough pressure on this guy, right? So I went back arm deep, right? I'm trying to get this guy to have weight on his hands, but he brings his head up too soon, right? And now we're in this kind of scramble 50-50 position. When we're going behind, we need this arm, we gotta be looking over this guy's shoulders back to our arm. Here, that's gonna get his head down, and now when I keep this strong, whether I'm on the chin or the armpit, okay, I'm keeping his head down, I can drive him on his shoulder and his hip. Shoulder, hip, on the mat. Great place to be. Now, when you lock on your cradle, coach, you can stay there. We want to keep his knee towards his nose, and our back arm is going elbow crease to knee crease. Elbow crease to knee crease. Here. My top arm, my head side arm is going deep, okay? Deep here, where our elbow crease is going around his neck. And we lock our arms here. We don't want to be up here. We see this a lot with our youth guys. We don't want to be up here trying to run our cradle when he's fighting down. You're going to lose it. You want your chest to be pushing his side right through his arm and shoulder with your chest and hips low. Here, so my shoulder is below his shoulder. Okay? And then we talked about the knee a lot. We want the knee coming to the outside of his body. Okay. All right. Play around with that cradle. Whatever you do, you lock the cradle. You don't let go of that lock. Okay? You do not let go of that lock. And we don't really flop over as a club. We stay on top of the guy when we finish that cradle. If we do fall over, we do a bridge, turn, get back up on top of him, stay chest on your finish.